Welcome to Inside Santa Cruz. I'm Joyce Anderson. And our show today, I'm so excited. It's all about the Santa Cruz Film Festival. And I have our two special guests because they're working very hard. I have Bella Babat, and she is the president and board chair of the film festival. And Logan Walker, my goodness, production manager.
Director of Programming.
Oh, whoa, okay, that's okay, thank you, Director of Programming. And, I also wanted to say one thing. I wanted to thank the Santa Cruz Sentinel, because one reason. This year I'm celebrating my 30-year anniversary of filming here at the community television station. We started out on Pacific Avenue years ago. But I want to thank, like I said, the Santa Cruz Sentinel and Don Miller and his staff, because last year I was awarded the Jessica York. I was a finalist, and it was for being a journalist in my community service. So it was so appreciated, and I thought, when am I ever going to be able to thank them publicly? Well, here we are. And it's perfect because things like this coming to Santa Cruz and the film festival, it just makes so many people involved in our community, and we have so much to offer. So, Bella, tell us about how is it being board chair? Are you still happy?
Absolutely, it's so much fun. I mean, honestly, it is when you get to do something that you love and you're passionate about. It's really not work. Well, not usually. I very much believe in the Santa Cruz Film Festival. I believe that it is something special that we're bringing to the community, something special that we're bringing filmmakers into our community. We're giving a voice to the independent filmmakers that maybe they don't have. So I love everything about the film festival, and I think it's going to be a very special 5 days here in Santa Cruz.
Well, you told me. So how did you get involved in the film festival? Is there a story behind that?
Absolutely. Angela Chestnut.
Okay.
We sat on the board at the MA together, and she talked about the film festival, which I had actually not heard of before. And I got very excited about it. And so dug a little deeper and said, do you want to join a committee or the board? And I said, I'll go right onto the board. And so worked with Angela and the rest of the board, including James Duesenberg and then the then ED, Catherine Sigerson. They had a beautiful vision that I very much believed in and really wanted to be a part of it. And that's how I got involved.
That's great. That's great. It's so much. And mentioning Angela, I've known her for years. She is so busy, so active in our community. And I wish you had time. I said, you're going to come on like with some board people. But, I know, it's in some way, but we can talk about her. But who are the other board members that you have?
So we have James Duesenberg that I just spoke about, and he's playing kind of a dual role for us this year. He's acting as kind of an interim executive director and then as well as a board member. We have a new board member, Sarah Guillaume, and she comes here from LA. She moved up here. She is a filmmaker and has been very, very involved in film festivals and film festival industry groups. So we're very lucky to have her. She's one of our organizational whizzes as well. And Jeff Warwick, who's been on the board for I think 4 to 5 years, if not longer. And Bilko Cuerva, who is also a filmmaker, and he joined us last year.
Thank you so much for that, because, it's so important, I think. Give some people some credit. They come to these meetings, they sit there, and oh no, that person's going to start talking. You know what happens. And
That's usually directed at me.
Well, we've all been there when we're doing it. And Logan, you have such a great background. I've worked with you on another board, years ago on the board, and I thought you were the hardest work. You work so hard because you're putting. So when's the cutoff for the films right now? Film festival, is that cutoff right now?
Yeah, we are no longer accepting submissions for the 2026 Film Festival, but look to 2027, probably early in the new year, early 27, we will announce the call, and please do, filmmakers, submit your film.
So, and also the other thing with the film festival, you have a list. How many theaters are going to be involved?
This year we're going to be at 5 theaters. We'll be downtown at the Del Mar, and we'll also be just down the street at Santa Cruz Cinema. And then our third downtown theater is the 418 Project. So that'll be really fun. People can bounce around between those theaters. And then we'll be at the Tannery Arts Center at the Colligan Theater. And then we'll be at the Rio as well. So theaters all over the place. I hope that people can check out films in every single location.
You know, I just wanted to mention, you mentioned the Rio Theater. I'm going to talk about Lawrence. Is it Bennett?
Lawrence, let's see, Lawrence Bedford?
Bedford something, I think it is. I know it started, but you know, there's so many things to remember. But people like Lawrence, I've met him before, but the Rio Theater has different events, and I think you probably have something after the film festival. But to support all those people that have to make the schedules and do the things and are there for us, for our community, it's really important that they go and see their events that they're showing at the theaters and go to the movies. But we want you also to go to our movies we're going to be showing at the film festival. That's the right idea. What are things that you're looking for?
Well, you know, at the moment, we are going to be looking for volunteers to help out at the festival. We could not put the festival on by any means without having a team of really dedicated, wonderful volunteers. And in return, they can go and, you know, they get passes to see the movies. So we're going to be looking for folks who want to take tickets, who want to help filmmakers out, answer questions, give out badges, run projectors. There are, you know, if you have an interest in the film festival, volunteering is a great way to get involved, and you'll learn all about it, see behind the scenes. And I actually started as a volunteer myself, so once you start, you may not want to leave.
Well, that's the way to do it. I wanted to tell you, I have a surprise for you. I ran into Laura Peduto. Ralph Peduto has passed away. But I said, Laura, she has supported our community so much, starting Your Future is Our Business. And I said, would you like to volunteer for the film festival? She said, I would love that. And I said, what would I do? You can take tickets and make sure you know how to talk to people. And she says she would love that so much. I've had her at different things. And also I was thinking about Jane Sullivan. Her parents had a house here in Santa Cruz, Seabright. She says, well, you call me and let me know. She knew everybody. The purpose of this, when you see people, and I asked Laura, I said, you know so many people. Support us and tell us about the film. That's the idea. Get them involved and you know, just starting to help us. It's so important. So I was excited about that. And I'll pass those names and numbers on to you. Because I'm just telling you out there, everybody, if you're watching this, you know, it's so important to say, hi, start asking your family members and let's make a date night. We can go here and once to see what it is and support those film, you know, people that have been in the film business. I mean, I worked at community television and for a long time under Jeff Dunn. He's one of our big filmmakers here in our community. And, you know, he started out, and I know it's just different how the people support each other here. It's important to kind of mention them and what they're doing, and everyone's important, and they appreciate the idea. This is what we have to do. So I know you're working on where the movies are going to be, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't see that's a big job.
Oh, yeah.
And what I know, we'll get to that later. You know, I think it's so important. And there's Bill, real quick, I wanted to ask you. There's going to be a special event. There's going to be a dinner, and it's going to be in SoCal, and it's called Home is the restaurant's name.
That's it.
So, and people will find, and what's the date on that?
That is September 15th.
Okay, September 15th, that's great. So if anybody wants to go to that, you heard, fundraiser, okay? And they'll tell you how much it is. And that's always the best part. I wonder how much it is, or how it's. But anyway, you know, people want to go and check out the website, and
It's
if they
gonna be
do,
a beautiful night.
it's a way, and it will be fun because you're also supporting a local restaurant.
Absolutely.
And that's what we do. You know, and talking about a little bit going to sponsors, I just want to talk about one of the biggest sponsors. Well, it's not a sponsor, an organization that supports this community so much is the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, the Seaside Company. You know, we haven't had a chance to, but I worked with Chris Reyes there, and he formerly was on this board before. And so he found time, and I've known Chris for years. It's 22 years I did the bridal fashion shows, you know, 40 models a show. And I showed all those things on this show. So that's the importance of getting the word out there and how they all help. And anyway, something about Chris. I think he started as a teenager and he got a job. A lot of teenagers and people from the university, they want to work at the boardwalk.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to? When you're young and all that. So I wanted to talk about that. There's one other thing I wanted to talk. I know you mentioned, the Dream Inn, but I have there's Olita's on the Wharf, and they have a new owner, and they have Taco Tuesday. I really like that. And one of the delights of going there, she gave us a dozen coupons, and this is what our community does. It's so amazing that they, want to help out, and also Jeff Pappas he's the bartender, and he's really good. He used to. If anybody's out there listening, have you ever gone to the Cloud downtown? He was the big bartender there. Oh, what good thing. So I told him, I'm gonna give you a shout out because this whole organization is so great and the people are so supportive. And he said, we'll all be watching at the bar. So anyway, to make this fun. So just mentioning people like that, and I think, and we mentioned the Rio Theater and the Dream Inn, but there's just on the website. I keep going back, please, Santa Cruz website. Every time we get someone to go, and there's one other person I wanted to make that has really put a lot into our community is Tom Ralston Concrete. And I just know that recently someone very well known in our community, Oliver Tree, passed on, and he did a beautiful job for a memorial service. It's at the Evergreen Cemetery. If anybody happens to go there once in a while, they're so interested. He built the entrance, and also he helped put together. And I filmed a show one time for George Au there, and all the people that worked on the Dragon Street Bridge,
Yeah.
Chinatown Bridge. And so they're having an event. They're cleaning things up. They want to keep it all looking spiffy, and they're getting new lights and things for the bridge. But so that's an important part. That's coming up in September also. Mm-hmm. I just want to throw out a little plugs here and there for the people, because I asked him, and he already gave us a donation, and I think that's awesome for people that do so much for our community, but then they're still giving us money.
Yeah.
So it's so important to make sure that people know that's how we do it. We have to, have events and everyone gets in and we all volunteer our time. We don't get paid for this, and that's the thing.
It's our passion.
It's a true joy of just being here and knowing how wonderful our community is. And you have so many things. One time Logan, you are so busy with other things when you're not film festival. It's the Dante, is it?
Right, yeah. Here in Santa Cruz, I co-curate a film series, an Italian film series, with Susan O'Leary is my partner at the Dante Alighieri Society of Santa Cruz, and we do a fall / winter monthly films, and then we do a series in the spring. So yeah, it's held at Cabrillo College, free screenings, wonderful Italian films. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
That's
they also
all.
participate with us.
Oh,
They've
yes.
always been a really wonderful partner to our film
Oh,
festival
isn't that
as well.
wonderful?
Yeah.
La Dolce Vita, right? You showed. Oh, okay. Then 3 coins a pound. Whatever's going on, I think that's wonderful. When you think about the great filmmakers all over the world and what's happened, it's really amazing. There's so much to see. So at some point, I do want to tell you that I have entered a movie that I did, and it's called The Jack O'Neill Legacy.
Yep.
And I was a producer, and I directed so many shows for Jack O'Neill, and over the years, and of course it's gone. The International Film Festival, we put that in. But what I'm excited about is and it's gotten so much recognition across the country, and also different. Like the last one was Chicago for the International Film. We put it in there, but it's coming to Santa Cruz, and what a treasure Jack O'Neill is for us here. And also, I mentioned going back to Tom Lawson. We're getting a female surfer put up in,
Yep.
and he's making the foundation for it, and that's going to be in Capitola. So I think that's so exciting that the women are represented. They can't complain about anything. The men aren't going to complain. He's already got his statue, right? So this is what is so joyful about the film, and I'm excited about it because I don't know my theater yet.
And you will not for a while, Joyce. You're just going to have to be patient.
Oh, darn, okay. No, I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. Oh, wait, kind of. I'll say, no, that's okay. Because the family is so wonderful, too, and what a contribution. And one thing that I found out, there's an event coming up in September. There's having, this is Jack O'Neill's Sea Odyssey program.
Yeah.
He appointed me to their advisory board for all the films that I did produce and direct, and I just love that because this is their 30-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And I thought, I have something in common. But he was wonderful, to go to his home, and his daughter Kathy is a good, close friend. We've been friends for years. And I just am excited to, and the family is, like I said, they all support it. But this Sea Odyssey program, I just want to have to say, I'll be telling them about sponsorship maybe.
No, we won't say no.
No, but just talking about things like that, what do we have, and how they take the children out, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. I even did some things for the teacher, their training programs. And it's just awesome that all these children and students have never seen the ocean before. And then they learn about the ocean. I do want to say, when I interviewed Jack sometime, I said, Jack, tell us something that really means something to you so I can tell it like a saying that will go down in history. And he sat there, thought about it more, and he says, I know what I want to say. The ocean is alive, and we all have to take care of it. And they're using this now. It's just what they do. But I was so excited, and I said, I think everyone's going to pick up on that. That's what we teach our children. That's what we teach how people, we don't want you at our beach if you're just going to, blow it up on 4th of July or something. Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, we really value our seaside and everything in the ocean, but it's just so special. So yeah, there's some surprises in that movie, and I thank my cameraman. He helped me so good to put this all together too. Have to give credit where credit's due, but it was so exciting to say, oh, there's a legacy side to this, and I know a perfect person that has a legacy that he's given to so many people. It's just amazing. So what? There's one more thing, Bill. There's one more thing. So when you talk about some of the sponsors and things on your board, do they make a donation to be on the board, or how is it? Do they?
We don't require that.
Okay.
I think our philosophy is your time is also very valuable.
Right.
And so, one of the things that we try to look at is what skill sets that you have that you can bring to the board.
No.
And we don't want to not have somebody necessarily want to join the board or a committee because maybe they don't have the financial wherewithal.
That's a good point. I think like a lot of boards do, they want you to be part of that and want you to sponsor them. But the fact that people that are working on this, we don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing to take that,
like I said, it's a passion project, and the people that are involved are here because they very much believe in independent filmmaking and bringing those filmmakers to a festival and Santa Cruz. So they believe in the community of Santa Cruz, and they want to be a part of that, and they want to help us grow that, because really what we see in the film festival is, and where we're moving towards, is a year-round festival under a foundation. And so in 2027, we will launch the Santa Cruz Film Foundation. And that's
good.
What that's going to allow us to do is more year-round programming. And so then we can do educational events, we can do the workshops that we've done before, we can offer scholarships.
That's awesome.
So just evolving it from not just 5 days, 5 wonderful days, but really making it a year-round so that we can also give back to the community.
Well, that's what happens when you ask people for a donation or something, then they are involved. And when they see, excuse me, one of the people that I contacted is Sonia Bruner. She was former mayor of Santa Cruz, and now she's on the city council. She was telling me, but I thought when I contacted her, I've interviewed her. She's modeled in fashion shows. She's just wonderful. But I know I said, let's go talk about the Downtown Business Association. We want to give them publicity. And the person, she says, I tell you what, she says, I know what I can do. I can put it out in my newsletter and talk all about the film festival. And I says, there you go, that's what we want. She understood. But when I contacted her, I says, how can we help the Downtown Association?
Yeah.
People are going to come downtown. If they're going to go work at downtown or staying at the Dream, there's people that are coming in to see Santa Cruz, and we want to give them our best face.
Yes.
And handouts.
Well, I mean, Joyce, to that point, though, is, when we look at film festivals, and if you look at some of the larger film festivals, and I'm not saying we want to become this, large film festival, but when you hear the term destination film festival, you really, what that's about is bringing people into the community and supporting the restaurants, supporting the hospitality, the hotels, the small businesses. And so, that's part of the film festival ethos is how is it we also support all the small businesses? They support us, and then how in turn can we support them? So that's part of why the film fest. That's also, for me, a component of the film festival that's so important is how do we give back?
Yeah,
We appreciate the sponsors. We're so grateful. We have the Dream Inn as one of our major sponsors. They're so generous.
Nice.
And here's a fun thing, if I can announce this one, is they're actually going to do a huge beach party for us.
How
and
fabulous.
It's going to be absolutely wonderful. They're doing fire pits. We're going to do a big s'mores station. We're going to have a big movie screen. We're going to play something family friendly. And that'll be on Saturday, the 17th.
September?
During the film festival.
Oh, during the film.
Yeah, because part of the film festival
right.
is movies, but
Right.
also, again, going back to the partnering is, and Logan can speak to this a little bit, we also have a comedy festival that's happening. And so Logan's been doing some work with them and some quid pro quo there.
I love the comedy festival kind of thing. What's so great about the Dream Inn is I filmed Jack O'Neill there when they made the dedication, and then they made the Jack O'Neill Lane, and then I did another filming of Jack O'Neill Wall. It's just fabulous. I mean, and all the mayors were involved in this, and and some of the supporters, Dan Hafley, and now there's Tracy White, and part of these different things. And they write in the paper about it too.
Yeah.
So just bringing all that together, and I said, well, sort of mention the film festival too. No, we're all working on it. That's I love that.
Yeah.
That so the idea that they're getting involved, and like I said, Santa Cruz likes to dance. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of dancing in the streets. I don't know if everybody knows that, but I look at the paper and there's more things going on. They're just dancing, and I love that. And people are happy. They want to come here and be happy. I think people come to Santa Cruz. There is the mentality. They always thought, man, I want to get there. It was in the 60s. Oh, man, you can dress like this. And it was, to be free and be yourself and be who you want to be and have your own identity was so important. And I think Santa Cruz just has stepped up and made that happen. That's what's so great. Okay, Santa Cruz. So there's so much more. Anything else you want to add? What are we talking?
Oh gosh. Well, I want to mention, I think one question people will have is, what are the films going to be in the festival?
Oh.
And so if you want to find out, come to Woodhouse Blending and Brewing on the last Wednesday of the month.
August 26th.
Thank you, August 26th. And we're going to be announcing the film lineup there. So be sure to check that out. It's also, we've been doing a networking series this summer at Woodhouse. So it's been a lot of fun, filmmakers and just film lovers getting together to chat about projects. And so this will be a kind of a special one to also announce the lineup.
Where is what? Where is what?
Joyce, is it okay if I interrupt real quickly?
Oh, no,
Because
no.
I
Yeah.
want to tack
Yeah.
on to this. 'Cause
Yeah.
To me, this is a really fun one. And we did a screenwriters workshop back in July 31st to August 2nd. We did a number of scholarships for college students and one high school student. We flew in Cody Smart. She is a script doctor from UCLA, and she works on a lot of films. And so what we did was they all developed their own screenplays in this workshop. And Cody is choosing one to be produced by a filmmaker and then shown at the film festival. And so part of the Woodhouse August 26th event is we're going to be announcing the winner of that screenwriting workshop too, and announce who gets their film produced.
Oh, how
Yeah,
fun!
and then Bilko, one of our board
Yeah.
members, is actually producing that film for them because he is a filmmaker.
Putting everybody to work. Well, all the things that we're talking about here is just so exciting, and what's joyful for me. We've worked together before. Got to know Bella. She's just been super. She's opened up her home, to have some parties and things. And I thought, well, that's awesome, and everybody that puts the time in. So just 3 minutes. So we want to close our show and thank. One of the things that I really want to go, everybody out there. If you're watching this show, we're going to put this on our community television station, cable, and then we're also going to make, our video is going to be on YouTube. So when we get that, we'll send it to our family and friends, and you can pass that on to your family and friends. Tell everybody, but be sure to go to the website so you got the right information. Santa Cruz website, please, everybody remember that. And please join us. And you mentioned the pizza parlor. Where is it? On the boardwalk or the wharf? Where is it?
Oh, it's a brewery and with food.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Woodhouse, and it's off of Madrone Avenue, off of River Street.
oh, Upper River. Okay, okay. Well, see, sometimes people remember that, and there's people that say, "I go there all the time. Why don't you say something about it, where it is, right? You're going to get there, and they're going to give you a bad time." That's all right. I'm just sort of saving you, from doing that. But yes, we want to. One last thing, support it and enjoy it. And one thing I want to say to each and everybody, thank you so much, Logan and Bella, for being on. And the last thing, I want everybody that's watching this, go to the movies. We'll see you at the movie theaters, and join us and have fun. And also, if you want to support and be a sponsor, we're willing to bring you into our fold. Also, we love the support that we're getting from our community. So thank you, everybody. Let's go, guys. Huh? Thank you for watching Inside Santa Cruz.